Before the trillion-dollar AI boom, Nvidia almost died. Jensen Huang's story is a masterclass in betting the company. Let's break it down. At the time of this interview, Nvidia was worth $1.1 trillion, the sixth most valuable company in the world. But rewind to 1997, Nvidia had only months of cash left. Their first architecture bet on the wrong approach. Microsoft's DirectX had made it obsolete. 30 competitors had appeared, and the company needed one perfect shot. So they did something radical. They simulated the entire chip before building it. They bought a dying company's emulator and ran their full software stack on it. Windows took an hour to paint a single frame. They watched and waited. Then they taped out one chip, assumed it was perfect, and went straight to production. How did they know it would be perfect? Because if it was not, they would be out of business. The chip, the Riva 128, worked. The company was saved. And Huang draws a lesson founders still use today. When you bet the farm, pull all the future risk forward and simulate it now. Everything they can perfetch, they perfetch. Everything they can simulate, they simulate. The next bet was CUDA. Nvidia poured something like 10,000 person-years into the platform, a decade before the world actually needed it. The insight came from AlexNet. Deep learning had leapfrogged 30 years of computer vision. Huang asked why. The answer: they had found a universal function approximator. Trained layer by layer, the networks could be made as deep and as large as you want. And many problems do not need causality. They only need prediction. Which toothpaste, which movie, even the weather. Just predict the outcome. If software can be learned from examples, then how you build a chip changes completely. The proof is the install base. Roughly 250 to 300 million CUDA GPUs are active worldwide, and every single one is architecturally compatible. That compatibility is the only negotiable company. If you are a computing platform, everything has to be compatible. Then came the data center, a journey that started 17 years ago. The insight: separate where computing is done from where it is enjoyed. Do that, and the market opportunity explodes. It began with cloud gaming, then enterprise GPUs, then the CUDA supercomputer. You pave the road to future opportunities before they arrive. Huang's phrase, stand near the tree so you can make the diving catch when the apple falls. That is why he bought Mellanox. A data center, he argues, is defined not by its chips, but by its networking. AI is distributed computing, one job spread across millions of processors. It is the inverse of hyperscale, and ordinary Ethernet was not built for it. Mellanox was the world's leading high-performance networking company. Today that team is over 3,000 people, and one of his best decisions ever. Even Nvidia's org chart is unusual. Huang has more than 40 direct reports. The company is built like a computing stack, not a military chain of command. The phrase inside Nvidia, the mission is the boss. Information reaches everyone at once. No one holds privileged knowledge. A new college grad learns the decision at the same moment as the executives. On strategy, he hunts what he calls $0 billion markets. Markets that do not exist yet, but will. Software-defined cars, PC gaming, workstations, supercomputing, omniverse. Each entered roughly a decade before it became obvious. On the fear that AI destroys jobs, Huang pushes back. Productivity creates prosperity. Prosperous companies hire more to chase more ideas. As long as there are more ideas, he argues, there is more work. His advice to everyone: learn how to use AI to amplify your own productivity. It echoes an old idea: as compute gets cheaper, the markets it can reach get bigger. And a closing principle, borrowed from Buffett and Munger: it is better to be approximately right than exactly wrong. None of this was guaranteed. He made many wrong calls and survived anyway. But the pattern is clear. Simulate the risk, own the platform, stand near the tree. Bet early, stay compatible, be it approximately right. That is your awesome update.